So, would you make the call? Coming right up. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Common Sense Logic Reason. As always, I want to say thank y'all for joining me today. As y'all know, Trump made the decision to send in the B-2s with the bunker busters to destroy Iran's nuclear facility. This was the facility that was under the mountain that Israel didn't have the ability to get to. Now, when Trump did this, there were a lot of people who disagreed with it. They were saying that we as Americans, we shouldn't get involved with another conflict in the Middle East. Some people were saying that we need to stop letting Israel drag us into their conflicts, the mess that they create. And to that I say, you have to take all the information into consideration. Now, there's a little thing called mutual assured destruction. I'm pretty sure people have probably heard of this, but it simply means that both sides have nuclear weapons or weapons of mass destruction and are capable of destroying the other side, or multiple different sides. Each side have the ability to eliminate the other side off the face of the planet. If one side launched their nukes, they know that the other side are going to launch their nukes, and both sides are going to be eliminated. Now, both sides want to live. So this desire to live means that neither side is going to launch their nukes because they know what it means. And if they launch those nukes, it must be something seriously went wrong, and they know that it's going to mean their destruction as well. So that mutual assured destruction is a great deterrent, a major deterrent against the launch of nuclear weapons from major powers. Now, this works, that deterrent works as long as both sides wants to live. Now, if one side doesn't care if they live, or both sides, then the mutual assured destruction ceases to become a deterrent now. Because, like I said, one side doesn't care if they live. So if they launch the nukes, and knowing that the other side is going to launch nukes at them, well, they're going to kill the other side. They don't care if they die. Unfortunately, this is an issue that you deal with anytime you deal with Islam, because Islam have a belief that in order to make it to their heaven, they must die in the holy war. They must die defeating Allah's enemies. And only then can they get to their heaven and get the 73 virgins or whatever. Now, this is the reason why you often see suicide bombers amongst Islam, because they are willing to strap a bomb on themselves and go blow up the enemy because they believe that they're going to their heaven, when most people won't do that. There's a reason why you saw the terrorists hijack the planes and crash them into the World Trade Towers and also the Pentagon, and another plane that was, many people believe, Flight 77, I believe, that was headed to supposedly the Capitol or the White House. But there's a reason why they would hijack those planes and do that, because if they die, they're going to their house. They're basically their heaven. Now, if they're willing to do that with planes and strapping bombs to their back, what do you think that they would do with nukes? You don't think that they would launch nukes, not caring if they die, because they're going to go to their heaven? And this is why Israel was very fanatic about, we're going to destroy the nuclear sites. And then, of course, Iran retaliate with flying missiles to Israel. But you notice that Israel went after military targets, where Israel went after basically the general public. But Israel, like I said, Israel understands that we've been dealing with these people who just want to wipe us off the face of the planet. And if they get a nuke, it doesn't take but maybe one, maybe two nukes at best, and the whole country of Israel is gone. So they're going to be on extreme defensive to make sure that the Islamic world does not get their hands on nuclear weapons. Now, with that being said, If you were the president of the United States knowing this, would you then make the call to send in the B-2s with the bunker busters to destroy their facility? Now, I know that there are a bunch of stupid leftists who will say, well, we don't care because everybody should have a right to have the nuclear weapons like everybody else. There's always going to be stupid people. These are the same stupid leftists that want open borders until open borders mean that danger comes against them, then they're going to cry. But it's safe to say that most people could say, you know what, knowing this information, maybe I would make the call to send in the B-2s to make that strike, because do we really want Islam having their hands on nuclear weapons? And again, the Bible says that this World War III or the war or the battle that's going to kill 1/3 of the people on the planet is going to start from the Euphrates River in the Middle East. Anyway, like this is my 2 cents on this. Knowing the information, the data, would you make the call? And as always, until next time.